Hey everyone, happy college football. Welcome to Porcelain Picks. I'm your host, Andrew Fabian, and we are here on Friday, the first Friday of college football's 12-team playoff. Kicking off tonight in South Bend, Indiana, and of course, we at Porcelain Picks are here to deliver the locks you need as you scroll atop the porcelain throne. Thanks for being with us all season long. We've delivered a record of 134, 124-1 headed into this week, so we'll finish this year in the green. I'm going to extend this lead for you this week, and to do that, I brought in one of my long-lost buddies, a college friend of mine. We got written up by R.A. Sterner the first day ever on Penn State's campus for me, none other than Jackie Jones. Jackie Jones is going to be bringing a great pick for the Penn State game. This guy knows football inside and out, big college football buff. We spent a lot of time together in our college years on the intramural football fields, catching and throwing touchdown passes, to striking out with girls all throughout college. We go way back, so I am honored to be joined by Jackie Jones. But first, we're going to get started with the Indiana at Notre Dame pick this evening, Friday evening in South Bend. If you watched the news, you saw the cars lining up on the highway to get into South Bend this morning with the beautiful snow coming down. This is going to be a legendary game here. Battle for the state of Indiana. Notre Dame's a 6.5-point favorite, so under a touchdown for the first time that I've seen all week. Right now at the time of this recording, over-under set at 51.5. South Bend, Indiana, hosting the first ever college football playoff game played on campus. In the shadow of touchdown Jesus, with Christmas coming next week. The Irish are going to prevail in this game. Take Notre Dame -6, lock it, flush it. I think both teams play spectacular defense. You saw Indiana get exposed by Ohio State in their first big test this year. Their coach, Cignetti, is very good. I think he's going to adjust. I don't think they get blown out by Notre Dame in the same fashion as they did Ohio State, even though I think Ohio State and Notre Dame are pretty evenly matched. I think Indiana's strength goes up against Notre Dame's strength. Indiana's rush defense is solid. They're going to try to lock down Jeremiah Love, the great tailback on the Notre Dame side, and Riley Leonard, who can really run the ball, Notre Dame's quarterback. They're going to try to take away the running game, force Riley Leonard to pass the ball. I think they're going to have some success with that, but too many weapons on the Notre Dame side. That home field advantage is going to play part. I think Notre Dame wins by 10. It's going to be close. They may pull away and score late. I also like the under. I think, again, both defenses are the strong suits of these teams. Take the under 51.5 as well. Lock it, flush it. All right, now it's time for Jackie Jones' Lock of the Week. We're going to kick it over to Jackie Jones. Saturday, Penn State game. Take it away.
What's up, Porcelain Gang? It's your guest picker for the week, Jackie Jones. Penn State SMU over 53.5. Flies over. I was in Vegas a few weeks ago, drunkenly caught a few quarters of SMU football. They got Willie Beeman back there making plays. Penn State engages in a shootout, flies over, lock it, flush it.
Attaboy. We are in lock agreement there with that over 53.5. All right, I'm going to give you another pick on this game. I also like PSU -8.5, and I'll tell you why. Penn State up against Oregon, they showed us a different side of themselves that we haven't seen this year. They showed they can win a shootout type game. So just like Jackie Jones says, this over is going to hit. Penn State's going to get into track meet. These guys are going to score some points. You saw Singleton and Katron Allen both go over the century mark against Oregon's stout defense. Look for those guys to get some yardage on the ground again. And I think Tyler Warren, this is his stage. He's going to go off. He's the Mackey Award winner. I think he's going to show his true colors here as he ups his draft stock. This guy's going to be possibly a top 20 pick in next year's NFL draft. Look for him to shine. On the SMU side, Willie Beeman, who Jackie Jones just alluded to, that's none other than Kevin Jennings. This guy can get it done on the ground. He can get it done in the air. He showed his comeback potential against Clemson last week. I do think SMU sticks around in this game a bit, but I think Penn State pulls away late. James Franklin loves to step on the throats of his opponents. So look for Penn State -8.5 to go along with that lock of 53.5. Let's lock it, flush it, go Nittany Lions. All right, we're taking you to the afternoon slate. We got Clemson at Texas. I'm going to go under in this game, 51.5. On the Texas side of the ball, you got a stout defense, number 2 defense in all of college football this season. These guys have been under the radar because their schedule hasn't been that great. but they've shown up when it mattered as well. They played well against Georgia. They turned over Carson Beck 3 times in that first matchup. They played pretty well against Georgia in this last outing as well. But look for this defense to show up and kind of hold Clemson in check. And on the Clemson side, Cade Klubnik's had a pretty solid year. He's a good baller. He's versatile. I think he can get his rushing yards in this game. But where this team struggles is when they come up against defenses this high of quality. We saw them score 3 points against Clemson to open the year. They scored only 14 against South Carolina in the last game of the regular season. They did have a good win against SMU, although they almost gave it up late. I see this as a 28-17 type game. I don't think Texas crushes them by any stretch of the imagination. I think the only chance that happens is if Arch Manning gets into this game. Quinn Ewers, serviceable quarterback. This guy is a gamer, but I think he struggles to just finish in the red zone. So the spread, if you're looking towards that, the spread is 12.5 right now, Clemson dogs. I said it's going to be 28-17, so I think it's going to be right around a Clemson cover there. I'm not going to lock that one in, though. We're just taking the under on this game. 51.5, lock it, flush it. All right, the night game, perhaps the biggest battle of the weekend. We got Tennessee Volunteers going to Ohio State to face the reeling Buckeyes, who are coming off that defeat at the hands of the Wolverines that knocked them out of Big Ten title contention. Buckeyes are a 7.5-point favorite. Tennessee, if you look at this team build up, they're very much built like the Wolverines, just better in every aspect. Their defensive line is their strong suit of their defense. The secondary can be beat, but if they can lock down the run, they're going to get some stops here. They also have a great rushing attack, similar to Michigan. They lean on the run with Dylan Sampson. These guys don't put up big points. They're not explosive on offense. Nico has had a decent year against crappy teams, but Tennessee only averages 20 points a game against Power 4 competition. So these guys are not explosive, built a lot like Michigan, again, just better. So what does that say? Do you think the same Buckeyes team is going to show up? I don't think so. I think Ohio State played into Michigan's hands the last time they took the football field against the Wolverines. I think they tried to come out and show the country that they had better brute strength, and they just played into the game Michigan wanted to play, and they lost. That was a coaching mishap on Ryan Day's part. But this guy does, for all his faults, respond well when he is shut down on offense. So look for the Buckeyes to come out guns blazing. They're going to try to get outside. They're going to try to get guys like Emeka Egbuka open on the outside. Look for Ohio State's passing attack to be the crux of this game, what they lean into. They're going to get explosive plays. They're going to go for those against Tennessee's secondary. I think they get them. 2021 is an example of this. They put up 48 points on Clemson after laying a dud against Michigan. 2022, they put up 41 in that tight loss against a good Georgia defense after losing against Michigan. So what are they going to do against Tennessee? I think they do something similar. I think they put up a lot of points. This game could be ugly for them if they try to play the same style football they did against Michigan, but I have faith that Ryan Day is going to correct that. They got Chip Kelly for a reason. He likes to spread it out. He likes to play tempo offense. I think the Buckeyes end up pulling away against Tennessee. Take Ohio State minus 7.5. Lock it, flush it. All right. Thanks for sticking with us. Thanks to Jackie Jones on the guest pick. Hopefully Penn State gets the victory so we can bring Jackie back next week. For Porcelain Picks, I'm Andrew Fabian. Jackie Jones. Happy college football, everyone.